Hello, BookTube, and another Friday has rolled around, so this is Friday Reads. It's been a warm day today. It's hit over 30 degrees Celsius here, which is 86, 87-ish degrees Fahrenheit, and there was hardly a breeze as well, and sort of definitely felt it, and I definitely need this fan. Gone are the days where I could work in 40 plus degrees Celsius outside doing archaeology, and well, that's what 110 plus Fahrenheit. Gone are those days. I think I'd just keel over and die. Anyway, this week was okay reading. I didn't get near as much done as I wanted to. I've been a bit lazy. I started out with, again, I'm still on my A.E. Van Vogt kick, and I read the book of A.E. Van Vogt, and it was very good. Good short stories in there, ones that he has used, he's cannibalized and made into fix-up novels. I did earlier today, I did a video, or posted a video, just a brief overview of Van Vogt. If anybody's interested, just look at the one below, before this on my videos. There is a good story in here, one that I really remembered. I always thought it was called, and I'd probably forgotten who'd written it. I thought it was My Uncle's Clock or something like that it was called. Because I was looking for it for last year in New World's November for the time travel. But it's actually called The Time Clock. The Timed Clock. And I really like it. It's a really good short story by Van Vogt. He's a little more coherent in short stories. There's the last one in here is called Lost 50 Sons, and it's part of the series Mixed Men. I'm not sure if, I think this is excerpted from the novel. It's one of those weird things that are with the bibliography of Van Vogt. Makes no sense at all. But yeah, so it was, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed that very much. And then I read the first Robots and Aliens, the Isaac Asimov's Robots and Aliens, Changeling by Stephen Lee. This one I enjoyed. I had a few issues with it, but I got along with it, and there's a video about that. I guess, yeah, I think the next... What is it next? Yeah, I guess the next thing that I read... Oh, I read because I was late reading the 3 Clifford Simak Westerns, so I read those progressively over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think it was. And then the second... I'm not sure if this is the right order here. Seems like I'm missing something, but it always feels that way. But like I say, I usually can read like a book a day or something like that these days. But I read the second of the Robots and Aliens, Isaac Asimov's Robot City, called Renegade by Cordell Scotton. It stayed open for all that time until I go to move it. There you go. That's the second one. I had to read it on ebook. I do have them in physical copies, but I can't access them at the moment. That one wasn't so good. Yeah, I didn't really care for that one at all. It was quite bad in many ways. It's very difficult to picture the aliens or the world that they're on, and just the characters did not match up to the characters that we've already had established in 7 books so far. So yeah, but then I found out the writer was born like in 1912 or something like that. He in his late 60s or possibly 70s when he wrote this. And it's the only novel he ever wrote, and he wrote one short story prior to that. So I'm not sure how he got the gig, but more power to him, I guess. But it just did not work well. And then I finished up, because I am behind with doing my searchers for the June on the Range. I finished up the second half of the searchers, The Making of an American Legend by Glenn Frankel, 2013, Bloomsbury Publishing. This is an extraordinarily good book. General, but extraordinarily good. It's the first half is really the history of the sort of legend and the history that the Searcher story is loosely based on. And then the second half, there's a very small bit about the author, but the most of the second half is about John Ford, his cadre of or the Ford company, I guess you would say, that he used to make films, actors, prop people, everybody, and John Wayne and some of the other actors in here or in the film, and just the making of it, making it in Monument Valley. It's just a fabulous overview of the story. And I'd only read, like, I literally must have only, I thought I read like a section of this before, but I don't remember much. I remember like a page or two that I actually, when I read this through, remembering about it. So it was definitely a good read. And he's done another book about High Noon, and I assume that is something similar to this. And I'd love to get that and read it as well, because that's a good film as well. But yeah, if anybody's interested in the Searchers and want to sort of soup the nuts about the history and the legends behind it, and the real woman, Cynthia Ann Parker, who was taken by the Comanche, and her uncle searched for him, and her child, Quanah Parker. This is the book for you, and the filming of it. And then I also read the BFI Guide to the Searchers by Edward Boscom, and it was pretty good. It's the quality varied, I think, throughout it. It sort of got a little off topic for one of these guides, I think. So he meandered a little bit too much for what this is, which is just an essay. It's like 80 pages, 90 pages long. But it was still very good. And that's sort of the iconic final scene depicted on the cover here. And today, this afternoon, because I got up late, I was a bit lazy today, I read the Book of Ptah by A. Van Vogt. I enjoyed this. It's his one and only really fantasy novel, and it was written as a novel, so it wasn't too bad. I did enjoy that. And what I should have been reading is, for the next book to film, June on the Range, I should have read Warlock by Oakley Hall, which is in here. I haven't started it yet, which I have to prioritize this week. So no more Van Vogt for a week, because I only have one physical book left, this one here, The Wizard of Lynn, and this is part 2, so I have to track down part 1 in ebook. So I'm not going to do that. I'm sure I can find it, but I'm just not going to do it, because then if I have it, I'm going to want to read it, and then want to read that one. So I want to put that off for a little while, for at least a week. Read Warlock. And then the next 2 books in the Future History Project, book 3 and 4 of Robot City. And also get back, because this week I neglected completely Don Quixote. Those are sort of first, because I'm halfway through Don Quixote, and it was a good spot. It was part 2. I ended it at a good spot, the second part of the ingenious Knight Don Quixote de la Mancha. So I am okay with that by putting it aside for a little bit, but I didn't expect to put it aside for a whole week. So hopefully sometime late week I can get back into this, and I'll prioritize it at that point, and hopefully in a couple, maybe 3 days. Let's give myself 3 days to complete that. Fingers crossed. And also too, continuing with this week, I'm again a week behind basically for June on the range. With what I wanted to read is 3 more Clifford Simak westerns, and they are in volume 12, which is an ebook, and then volume 6 and volume 8 of the complete stories. I haven't even looked to see what size these are. It's Barbed Wire Brings Bullets, about 45 pages. Gunsmoke Drummer Sells a War, about another, about almost 50 pages. So yeah, they're a little longer. So it's about they're about 140 to 130 to 150 pages for each 3. So which I'm enjoying them. They're not his best writing, but they're pretty good. I've enjoyed them. So yeah, so that's going to be my reading for this coming week. And do look out for Sunday for another Desert Island Books. If everything goes well, I'll be recording another episode tomorrow, and it will be up Sunday. And also, I'm contemplating a new little series of well, there's a couple things, because I'm going to continue on with the A.E. Van Vogt. Once I sort of regurgitate, or think about his books a little more, and a little more research with what he has used for cannibalizing into novels, like read the novel or read the short stories, and then talk about how they fit in or don't fit in, and what he's done. Did he enhance it? Did he make it better? Or did he ruin the stories? That's the kind of thing, and those are sort of value judgments, but it's pretty clear that he did mess up a lot of stuff, I think. But yeah, and there'll be another one, a surprise one, that'll be just very, very short little bits, teeny wee little bits. But yeah, the Van Vogt one will be an ongoing one that will be occasional, not this month, possibly next month if things go well. I'll start thinking about it. But anyway, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I'll be back shortly. Well, tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to a little bit later, because I'm doing this a bit early, because I finished the Van Vogt book, and I thought, well, I'll do the Friday Reads now, and then I still have not rewatched again The Searchers with the commentary and a few extras on the Blu-ray. So I'll be doing that this evening, and fingers crossed I have the book to film video up tomorrow. A week late, but so I do apologize, but hopefully it'll be worth it. I did want to read another book. I have another book of essays, but even if I was able to read it, there's just too much material to put in a 30-minute video, even a 45-minute video. So I'll leave that for a future time at some point. Take care, BookTube. See you next time.